Welcome everyone to my new Madden 25 franchise with the Seattle Seahawks. Ever since that infamous interception at the 1-yard line in the Super Bowl, the Seahawks have been struggling to reclaim their former glory. Year after year, they've been stuck in a cycle of either barely making the playoffs, only to get bounced out early or teetering on the edge of a full rebuild. If you're interested in why I think this mid-tier team is ripe for a rebuild, be sure to check out my deep dive video linked at the end of this one. The franchise will be led out by Coach Dylan Brackett. In my Broncos series, Brackett was drafted as a 5th round quarterback who only had a brief and disastrous career. His only completion was a game-losing interception. Although that series was CPU versus CPU, I've decided to pick up the sticks this year and play each game for myself. Fair warning, I'm not good at the game, and I'm ready to display how terrible I am. In fact, I'm ready for all the criticisms in the comments section. I've also created my own playbook for this franchise, though it's still a work in progress. I'll be tweaking it as we go along, figuring out which plays I'm comfortable with and which ones I need to be swapping out. I waited for the latest roster update before starting this series to make sure players like Connor Williams are on the team, while guys like Juju Smith-Schuster are released and Michael Gallup is retired, just to keep it as real as possible. And speaking of realism, I'm committed to making this a true rebuild. This isn't going to be one of those quick turnarounds where I sign all the top players and create a dynasty overnight. It's going to be a long, challenging journey filled with tough decisions, growing pains, and probably a few mistakes along the way. I promise though, it'll be worth it. Alright, let's kick things off with a quick recap of this roster just so we can get our first game going without dragging this video too long. And where better to start than the quarterback position with Geno Smith. I appreciate what the Seahawks did to replace Russell Wilson and revive Geno Smith's career, but it's also clear that he's not the long-term solution for this team. A key part of this rebuild will be finding our future franchise quarterback. The Seahawks likely recognize this, which is probably why they traded for Sam Howell. At just 23 years old with some starting experience, Howell could be the future of this franchise. Even if he ends up as a backup, there's still plenty to be excited about. Now let's dive into more exciting aspects of this offense, starting with the running back position. We've got Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. And with the way my playbook is structured, Charbonnet will see plenty of action, but there's no doubt that Walker is the bell cow for this team. What excites me most about Walker is his potential to become one of the league's best running backs. My playbook is designed to maximize his strengths, giving him plenty of opportunities to shine both as a runner and a receiver out of the backfield. On the receiving end, we've got the veteran Tyler Lockett and second-year standout Jackson Smith-Njigba, but the guy leading this group has to be DK Metcalf. He's a dominant receiver and I'd love to build this offense around him. The only question is whether we can retain him when his contract expires after next season. In the meantime, the goal is to maximize his impact on the field. He's the kind of playmaker who can take over a game, and I'll be looking to get the ball in his hands as often as possible. At tight end, we have Noah Fant, but I wouldn't be surprised if we look to upgrade that position. My biggest concern though is this offensive line. There are some promising pieces, but overall, this unit has been weak for a long time. And that's a huge part of why I selected the Seahawks, because I love rebuilding teams through the trenches. Defensively, it's a solid group, though defensive ends Draymond Jones and Leonard Williams are getting up there in age. The Seahawks addressed this by injecting some talented youth to their defensive line with Byron Murphy. He was one of my favorite defensive players in this past draft class, and his aggression towards the quarterback gets me excited for his potential to have a long, successful career, possibly even a dominant one. In the linebacker core, we have Boye Mafe, who's making good strides towards becoming a valuable edge rusher. Jerome Baker and Terrell Dotson are on 1-year prove-it deals, but there's also potential to develop Therese Knight. As for Uchenna Nwosu, he's getting paid quite a bit, and hopefully that investment pays off with some big plays. The secondary might not be the Legion of Boom, but I'm excited for this group, especially Devin Witherspoon. He has all the potential to develop as a true shutdown corner. He's got the speed, agility, and ball skills to lock down some of the league's best receivers, and that includes DK Metcalf. I'm also eager to see how we can develop Nehemiah Pritchett, who has 94 speed. Even though his coverage skills needs work, his athleticism makes him a valuable asset. As for the safeties, there's some room for improvement. Julian Love has potential, but we'll need to find a long-term solution at strong safety. Rayshon Jenkins probably isn't it. And to round things out, we have Jason Myers as our kicker and Michael Dixon as our punter. And I'll also cut 19 guys as we jump to week 1. And our first media question is, what can the fans expect from our offense? It'll be leaning on playmakers for sure. And what would a successful season look like? And that is wide receiver 1 and 2 having 75 catches. I'm all for that, and that's doable. In another interview, I said our interior line needs to be more consistent. And what stat would that look like? Defensive tackles combined for 10 tackles for loss and 50 tackles. Time to get to work, Byron Murphy. In this series, I will be using an auto-generated draft class, and the top player in this class is a receiver, and 2 quarterbacks are in the top 10. But we'll focus on this later as we'll finally jump into week 1. And how fitting is it that the first game we play is against Coach Brackett's former team in the Denver Broncos. He knows what it takes to rattle a rookie quarterback, and we'll see how that fares today in the home of the 12s. So excited to finally get this series going, and we have an electrifying crowd here in Lumen Field. Coaches are focused, players are locked in, as the Broncos will kick this off, and week 1 has officially started. Returning this is DJ James. He takes it outside and brought down at the 25. This team will go as far as Geno Smith can take them, and Coach Brackett is making sure he knows it. As Geno enters his age 33 season, he's hungry for more success and understands that the pressure is on to deliver. His first pass comes out of this second down, throwing left and almost intercepted. Dangerous pass there to get the game going, and not the way you want to start your first throw of the season. Now rolling out a screen, and Walker couldn't hang on to the ball. Unfortunate start to the opening drive as the Seahawks go 3 and out. Punting this away is former Longhorn Michael Dixon. He boots this deep for Marvin Mims on return duty. Mims has space up the middle and brought down near the 35. And we'll have our first look at the rookie quarterback Bo Nix. There's been plenty of speculation about whether he was truly the Broncos' first choice in the draft, especially since he was the 6th quarterback taken in the first round. Regardless, the team is committed to him as their future leader. Starting this drive on second down, his first pass now over the middle and connected. That is Josh Reynolds, who turns up the field and gives him a massive gain of 24 to get Nix's career going. Already seeing the potential of what he could be early on, now feeling pressure. Rolling out right, he uses his legs and slides down for a healthy gain of 6. That is a bit of a surprise, and I certainly was unfamiliar with his game that he could run. After a holding penalty, Broncos looking for 14. Nix wants more, and off the hands of Tariq Woolen. Wish he could have came down with it, but he displays why his speed is so critical to him being a rising corner. As Nix will feel pressure and flip this away, and the Broncos will also end their drive on a punt. Wearing the ugly number 47 as a punter is Trenton Gill, but this kick is an absolute beauty as he will pin the Broncos inside the 10 as the Seahawks offense looks to have a better second drive. Backed up deep on third down, play fake, Smith fires across and connects with DK Metcalf with his first catch and a massive gain, taking this all the way to the 43-yard line. We expect big things from Metcalf. Here's JSN with the touch pass, gets a block and turns the corner, flag is down, and this massive gain is going to be brought back. And the culprit there is the newly acquired Connor Williams.
Holding offense.
On 2nd and 15, Smith drops back, slings it out left, and connects with his tight end Noah Fant. And trouble strikes as Tyler Lockett is injured for the remainder of this game, but fortunately he's expected to return for the next one. Still a significant loss as they face a tough third down. Smith scans the field, launches a pass to the left, and hauled in by Smith and Jigba as he demonstrates his ability to step up to be a key target in Lockett's absence. Now they go to the ground, Walker able to find room and bursting forward for his best run of the game and picking up another Seattle first down. Offense gaining momentum. Back to the ground on third down, he'll pick up the first and more, and they're finally inside the 10. Zach Charbonnet in on a split back formation. He gets the carry, finds a hole, and just drops short of the end zone. And that will take us to the end of the quarter. Here on 3rd and goal, Smith in the gun, lofts it right side, and caught for the touchdown. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with the first score to open up our series, and what a beautiful route by the second-year receiver as Geno Smith delivers a strike. Now Myers with the extra point, and that goes wide left. I'm still getting used to this new kick meter, as you can see. A bit later on in the second quarter, Broncos take this drive to midfield. Nix will throw from the eye. He finds his man as Jerome Baker gets cooked, but has enough speed to take down the tight end Adam Troutman for a big gain of 30. Denver now in striking distance. Nix will throw again. He finds him again, stays on his feet, and battles for another gain of 5. Of all the playmakers the Broncos have, Adam Troutman wasn't exactly on my radar. As Nix will throw underneath, finding Mims, and he'll jet his way for a new fresh set of downs. Impressive debut for the rookie quarterback, staying composed and displaying his best drive, as Nix will cap it off with a score. Adam Troutman, just like we all predicted on our bingo cards, and the Broncos will take the 1-point lead. The first of what the Broncos will hope to be many for Bo Nix, and he's been impressive in the game today. Under 2 minutes to play, Seahawks trying to put together another scoring drive. Smith floats it, and into the arms of DK Metcalf for a big conversion on 3rd down. A little bit over a minute left on the game clock. Smith fires right and connects with Noah Fant again, but this one will be coming back. Another holding call. Offensive line unit has been quite undisciplined today, trying to work out of this 1st and long. Another flag, and Smith gets swallowed up in the backfield. Smith also injured on the play, and how about another holding call? Sam Howell takes over for the injured Geno Smith. Howell's first pass is knocked down. 3rd and very long. They stay on the ground, and another flag. You gotta be kidding me. That's 3 in a row.
Holding offense.
Broncos will take over near midfield. Nix to throw, and he finds his other tight end Greg Dulcich and does a good job getting out of bounds. You can begin to feel the momentum shifting as Nix hits his man over the middle, taking this all the way down to the 23. 19 seconds to go. Seattle sends the blitz, and down he goes. Jerome Baker picks up the Seahawks' first sack of the season, and we desperately needed that. Under 10 seconds to go. Going deep, knocked away, Devin Witherspoon. And the Broncos won't chance it here. They'll finish off the half by picking up 3 more. Not exactly how I envisioned us playing as we enter halftime. We have been heavily undisciplined up front, and it's costing us against a bad team in the Broncos with a rookie quarterback. We have to clean this up if we are looking to pick up our first win. One update on the scores is the Bills beating our rival Cardinals 21-7. Love to see that, but we gotta take care of business here too, or else we will also be setting ourselves up for failure. Broncos on offense to start the second half. Throwing on 2nd down, he connects again for a 1st down and more. Terrell Dotson gets beat by Denver's 3rd string tight end Nate Atkins, just to give you a glimpse of how our day is going. As he fires again and connects, Tim Patrick burning Trey Brown on the outside. Broncos trying to steal a win here on the road. They'll keep this on the ground, and finally a positive play for the defense. Boye Mafe with a big TFL to slow them down. Back to Williams again. More room to work with here, and dragged down by Baker to get half of it back. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Nix avoids it and takes off with space in front. Sliding in once again, finding a way to pick up the big 1st down. He's done it all today. Throwing from empty. Left side, and finds Williams, but comes up just short of the marker. Desperately needing a stop. Quick throw is caught and short of the 1st down. And this play will end with just 3 points. Touchdown game here in the 3rd quarter. Geno drops back and throws, and that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk Cody Barton with the big takeaway. And that time I just pressed the wrong button. I wanted to hit JSN underneath, Instead, it goes to the backup tight end with bad results. Broncos take over here. It's second down. Play fake. Nix floats this over the middle, and it's into the arms of a Seahawk. Julian Love with the takeaway and has room down the sidelines. One man to beat, and Nix will take him down to prevent the pick six. What a huge defensive play, and the team's first takeaway of the season comes at a crucial moment. Offense takes over on third down. Flags come flying in, and Smith gets dropped for a sack. Yet another holding call, and it's Connor Williams again. Michael Dixon in for another punt, and someone made contact with him on this play, so it doesn't even matter. Seahawks catch a break looking to tie this game. Smith looks right, fires, it's picked off! Interception number 2, and this one by Jonathan Cooper. I was fooled by Cooper, who I thought was going to rush from the edge, but instead he drops in coverage and it was gift wrap for him. And Bo Nix and company will try to expand this lead. He looks downfield, fires underneath, connects. Bad angle by Trey Brown, and Mims will pick up the extra yardage. Brown's had a bad game today. Back to the ground. No, it's a play fake. Launching sideline and caught for a big gain, taking them into the 2-yard line. Now in a power run formation. Williams takes it to the right side and finishes with a touchdown. An upset is brewing in Seattle as the Broncos extend their lead to 2 scores. Start of the fourth quarter, needing one to move the chains, and he finds JSN to move the sticks. Good game for him today with his 5th catch, including a score. 2 backs in the backfield. It's Charbonnet with the carry, and a strong run here for a gain of 8. I'm just happy there wasn't a holding call. Back to the ground, Walker right side. Not much luck there, and that will cost them a yard. Another third down. Walker in motion. Smith looking for a man, launches over the middle and connects with Metcalf, turning upfield. And another big gain for DK today, nearing the century mark. Back to Charbonnet running it up the gut, and another flag is on the play. It's another hold by the O-line. First and very long. Dropping back, Geno gets sacked again. This is a good moment to tell you that I'm putting my national scout on offensive linemen. 2nd and 30 now. Smith dropping back. Flag on the play again. Caught by Metcalf. It doesn't matter. It's another hold. 2nd and a whopping 40. And he gets dropped in the backfield. And another flag. And another holding call. I need every offensive lineman in this draft to be fully scouted. 3rd and 51. Smith drops. Fires deep. Knocked down. 4th down. And this is not on Geno Smith today. Broncos trying to put the finishing touches to this game. And he finds Troutman, stays on his feet and falls forward to pick up another first down. From the 35-yard line, it's a play fake. And he's taken down for a sack. That time, Boye Mafe finds his way home for his first of the season. 2nd and long. Nix decides to check down and brought down immediately by Jerome Baker. That'll go for another loss of 4. Now from the gun at the 41-yard line. Nix feeling pressure, and he's sacked again. Uchenna Uosu gives us a glimmer of hope as our defense will give our offense a chance. Seahawks take this to midfield. A little over 3 to go. Play action. Launching it over the middle, and hits DK again for another big gain. 113 yards on the day, but we need more for a win. Smith now dropping back, throwing over the middle, and JSN hit late and unable to hold on. From the 19, he's gonna try and throw again, but too much pressure and couldn't get it to Metcalf. Offensive line has been an absolute mess in this game. Now Smith fires across, intercepted for the 3rd time today. This one would wrap it up here in Seattle as the newly acquired Micah Hyde will finish off any hopes of a comeback. Seattle had one more shot to keep this game alive, and on third down, Nix connects with Mims on the outside, beating Woolen. And to add insult to injury, they kicked a last-second field goal to pad the score. What an absolute disappointment to kick off this series. This was a game we should have won, losing to a rookie quarterback who had no business beating us, but we really beat ourselves, especially with our lack of discipline up front. Stats for today, Geno Smith went 19 for 36 with a touchdown and 3 interceptions. I simply just did not play well. Rushing, we had 15 attempts, and that's on me. We can't just air it out all the time in a 1 or 2 score game. That'll change in our next game. Receiving wise, it hurts to lose Lockett in the game, but Metcalf went over 100 yards and JSN was able to find the end zone. Defensively, Jerome Baker had 4 tackles for loss but was terrible in coverage. And Boye Mafe had a great game coming off the edge, and that included 1.5 sacks along with Wosu and Baker. An interception for Julian Love to wrap up the stat line. I don't want to talk about the offensive line, but I have to because we also just lost Anthony Bradford for the next 5 weeks due to a torn labrum. That'll bring some opportunities for the rookie Christian Haynes to step up, and honestly, I'll take any help we can get at this point. Final media day before we finish off the video. Coach, how do you feel about the results of your season opener? Terrible. Obviously not happy with how we played. Which side of the ball struggled more? Offense, no question, has to make more plays. Who needs to play better? It's the most obvious answer if you watch the game. It's the offensive line. But that's nice that they'll get a boost from being called out. Next game will be against another rookie quarterback, Drake May, and the Patriots, who upsetted the Bengals. Huge day for May, who found the end zone twice with 234 passing yards and no picks. Hopefully, we'll be able to pick up a win on the road. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel because there will be a lot more Seattle Seahawks franchise coming your way. And check out the video to see why I chose them as my franchise to rebuild. Till next time, I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.